I think the biggest intervention needed, and I'm going to speak very broadly, is how to organize the ecosystem. When you look at things on the supply side, a lot has been done by government on the supply side, on things like fertilizers, inputs and things like that. But the big issue right now is demand. How do you create markets for these farmers so that their earnings can actually increase? And that's the one space that NSSF wants to play a catalytic role. We want to create a platform where produce of farmers can be off-taken so that they can earn more money.
NSSF's interest in the agriculture sector comes at a time when several experts are calling for improvement in agricultural practices to ensure food security for the country with one of the fastest growing populations in the world, but also to improve Uganda's contribution to meeting the global food demand, given its comparative advantage in the sector. According to the United Nations, by 2030, Uganda's population is projected to be between 58 and 61 millions, depending on the fertility rate assumptions, of which more than 31% will reside in urban areas and will demand more food. From the global market's point of view, pundits know that poor standards remain a major impediment, keeping Uganda from occupying the right global agricultural production position.
One of key aspects to assess for international markets is to invest on standards and quality. This has been an important dimension of agriculture production, where we strongly believe that in order for Uganda's farmers to continue to have access to global market, investment in quality control and investment in standards is of paramount importance.
Experts are also paying special attention to climate change, which threatens to take away the natural advantages that Uganda enjoyed in the past.
We have seen erratic rainfalls, we have seen prolonged droughts, so climate change is with us. So with FAO, we've been working with the farmers, particularly in the cattle corridor, but as well as in the northern and Karamojan region, to really build a climate resilient agricultural production in Uganda, looking at ways that we introduce crops that are resistant to the climate shock, working with the farmers for them to improve on their agronomic practice.
As Uganda eyes becoming a middle-income country by 2040, which is just 16 years away, having zero hunger for its population and transforming the lives of those depending on agriculture, who are over 70% of the population, becomes crucial. The coming on board of partners such as NSSF, a fund with a kit in the excess of 18 trillion shillings, and Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, is considered timely.